everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Nick. I am QuantumBrujo, your zodiac witch. And it's been a while, but I'm back. Just was working a lot and figuring out what I wanted to do more with my channel and where I wanted to go. And so now I'm switching over to more astrology. I think it has more of like a science base. I think tarot is great. I love it, but I have a science background, and I just find that for me, astrology seems to work better. So now we're going to be moving on to daily astrology. So this is your astrology for the 9th of December. So welcome. These are my notes. These are my notes. There's not anything printed out or anything like that. So I'm going to be reading from these, but I promise you, like, I did the work. If that matters. And it does. Okay, so welcome. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Hit like. Smash that like button, as you kids like to say. Leave any comments and get notified. I don't know if I look short or I'm squatted down. I had to like lower my chair because I'm trying a new angle. So if I look super short, I'm going to adjust things next time, but hopefully you can see me. Yeah. Okay. So today, basically how I'm going to do this, I'm just going to go through the planets. Start with the moon, sun, and then we're going to go through our, my mother just served us 9 pizzas, or my very excellent mother just served us 9 pizzas. So I'm going to do it that way, okay? I'm going to skip the Earth, though, because we are Earth. I'm a goon, but by now you should know that. Okay, so we have our moon in Libra, which is a great sign. This is bringing a lot of peace and harmony. That's as good. This is a great time for love. So if you are in a relationship, you might have some struggles, but this is a good time to work on your relationship. Spending a lot of time together. Communication is key right now. We'll get into that later. But, just having good quality time. If you have a family, spending time with your kids, which we'll get into also later, is good. If you are single, this is a good time to get out there and, just meet people. And right now we're in Sagittarius, Sun's in Sagittarius, which I also get into later. But it's a really good time for just like thoughts and inspiration. So if you might meet someone new, and it might be, a great time just to share ideas, and don't ever put any huge expectations on things. But this is a good time just to meet someone new and just talk. It's a good intellectual conversation period. It's also good for artistic pursuits with the moon in Libra. So if you are wanting to get crafty and creative, you want to do some self-healing, this is a great time to do it through artistic endeavors. So head on over to Michael's and get yourself some wonderful crafts. Okay. So the moon is also in the 5th house, which brings playfulness, which is also great for crafting. It's a good time. This is a good time for if you're playfulness and you allow yourself to be creative and childlike, it's an auspicious time for that. So this could bring good luck and fortune, which I always think is true. I believe in the law of attraction, and so by raising your vibrational level and letting go of the blocks that we have in our minds, which are manifested by stress and anxiety and worry, by being playful, we are allowing ourselves to receive the things that we are manifesting. So it's easy to ask for the want, and the universe knows what we want, but it's hard. The hardest part is like letting go and being playful and allowing the things to come in. So this is a great time for that. Also, like I said, it's a great time for new romances, spending time with your children, being creative, and all this could be lead like a new phase or start the new phase in your life. Hopefully that is with being more lighthearted. We've been in Capricorn. Jupiter and Saturn have been in Capricorn. We are moving into Aquarius the 19th and the 21st of this month. And so that's going to bring, a more lighthearted attitude. It's an air sign. It's not as heavy as the earth sign. So right now it's a good time to start preparing with that and just being creative. Love it. So moon is trining the ascendant. So this is going to have a lot to do with our feelings of confidence. This is going to affect our feelings of confidence, have an effect on our lives based on our current ideas of our own self-confidence and our self-worth. So, sorry that was confusing, but if you're feeling confident right now, this is a great time. It's going to influence that. It's going to make you feel more confident. Try not to get too cocky, but it's going to increase your opportunities and your abilities to be more confident. But if you're feeling concerned or insecure, this is also going to increase that as well. So this is going to benefit. You're going to benefit from doing activities that boost your sense of well-being. So creative stuff, spa days, going on walks, spending time with quality friends, people that, you know, boost you up. That's going to help you with your feelings of, I don't know, I just did the hang loose sign, but I did. I guess I'm manifesting that for whoever's watching. Hang loose, man. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and this is also an important time to focus on positive habits. Right now, we are with all the other stuff that's going on, it's important, mostly involving Saturn, it's important to really get a grasp on your routine. Saturn's about to leave, so there's going to be a strong influence. Saturn's about to leave Capricorn, so there's going to be a strong influence of like that last little bit of wanting to hold on to control. And instead of fighting it, it's good to go along with it, but instead of letting it control you and, you know, make your routine seem restrictive or whatever, it's a good time to go with the flow and build your routine and start getting into the habits of still having a routine, because Saturn does rule Aquarius as well in a less strong way, but it still does. So it's good to figure out a routine. That's my dog. If you hear some crazy noises, he's this little tiny like monster, but he's almost like 20, so he has like this crazy cough. So I might bring him in to show you guys that I'm not making him up, Winslow. Hey, Winnie. He says he's sorry. I might get him in a little just to show you that I'm not making it up, that he's a Fraggle, and he's funny, and he's just lying on the couch by the Christmas tree, and he just ate a bunch of food, so now he's like having these weird breathing things, and he's gonna try to jump off the couch. So give me 1 second, let me put him down. I'll show you guys who he is. He needs to go potty probably. This is Winslow. He's my best friend. I love him. I rescued him. See this little cough he makes? So I'm gonna put him down and let him go outside. So that's what I get to deal with like at nighttime, middle of the night. He goes on these coughing fits that like wake me up all night long. So a lot of times I'm tired because I'm like, the dog kept me up all night long. But I love him. He's worth it. I would have that every day of his life, my entire life, not just these last years, because I love him so much. I deal with it. Anyway, so back to this. So talking about Saturn, so Saturn's last little grip is going to want us to, have control, have some more control over our lives, put some restrictions on, but instead of letting it negatively affect us, it's positively affect us by bringing in activities that have a sense of well-being and positive structure. So just do that. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Positive habits only. So this is a good time where habits we're going to have stuff that's going to get a little bit more fixed. They say for the next 20 years. I agree with that to some degree. I always believe that there's like an opportunity for change, but it's important right now to while we have like these lockdowns going on, to really focus on our daily habits and getting set in them. It'll just benefit you in the long run. I talked so much and I brought the dog in, so I'm going to just move on past that point, but just trust me on that one. Okay? So let's move on to the sun. It is in Sagittarius. I know it's Sagittarius. I just call things weird names sometimes. This is a good time for seeking adventure. We want to seek adventure, so hey, go seek some adventure. Might be hard with the lockdowns, but we could do stuff outside. So go bungee jumping, go skydiving, go on hikes, do fun stuff. Right now, by doing a lot of these explorations into different cultures, into philosophy, into religions, it's a great way going in with a non-judgmental view or focus or lens is a great time to broaden your horizons. And by broadening your horizons and opening your mind to different ways of the world, it opens up it frees a lot of those blocks that we have from Source providing us the stuff that we need to really blossom and grow. So by removing those blocks and reaching for the stars right now, you can be very successful with that. So clear your mind of preconceived notions and old beliefs, and allow yourself to seek new thoughts and inspirations. He's back. Let me go ahead and put him in the bedroom real fast. I'm going to go put you in the bedroom, Bubba. Okay, so let's move on now to... So the sun is in the 7th house, which is going to help. So, is going to influence our relationships that will allow us to gain insight from them. So, if you are feeling confused right now, or you are, because of a lot of the other stuff that's going on, mostly with Neptune, this will allow you to relying on relationships and seeking others that have the best influence for you will really help you gain insight. However, with Neptune being there as well, it's important to just listen, but don't make any big actions yet. But it's a good time to gain insight and knowledge. There's also going to be a lot of a highlight on your business partnerships right now too. So Sagittarius deals with leadership, authority figures. So this could involve a superior of yours with Venus is at current placement. This could be a female or someone with feminine energy that can have a lot of influence on you right now. The Sun also trines Mars. So this is a good time for healthy competition. This healthy competition is a great way to inspire you and motivate you and give you that energy to continue on in whatever path you're on right now, whatever your endeavors are. A healthy competition will give you that spark, that motivation, that passion, that ignite of that spark. It'll spark or ignite your passion, and really help you move forward with things. Because we've been stuck. We've had a lot of stuck energy lately, and so seeing yourself rise to a leadership role in this occasion, leading a team. So this is good if you have a team that you're working on, not competing with each other, but competing with not I guess against each other, but with each other to beat your own best time as a group. So say you are working on a shipping team, like you do shipping and packaging, because that's a big thing right now, and people are doing ship from stores with all the COVID stuff. So say you're on a team and you want to make sure your times are better and better each day. Obviously, don't get to a crazy point. This is healthy competition, but by seeing yourself achieve those goals right now is going to be very positive in the long run. Yeah. This is a good time for solving problems. Also, because of the competition, healthy, this is good outlet. If you need an outlet for frustration or whatnot, instead of doing anything that's negative or that's going to contradict your positive life path or the journey you're on, sports is a really great way to have a nice, healthy competition. If you don't have a team that you're working on with at work, or you're not a swimmer and you don't want to improve, you want to be working on improving your time for your laps or whatever. Like I said, it's a sport. Anyway, you know what I mean. Sports is a good way to satisfy that competition need. Okay, so Sun squares Neptune. This is where I get some of that confusion comes in. So you might be feeling lost. You might be asking yourself, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? What's right for me right now? And that's good. If you're asking that right now, that means you're on the right path. Oftentimes we say these, certain planets are benefic or malevolent or malefic. I don't really think that. I think they just bring different things, different, spices to the table, to the party, to the dish. And it's when you recognize them and you work with them, that means you're on the right path, because that's what they're meant to do. They're there for a reason. So if you're just I'm scared of this confusion, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to focus on it, I'm going to focus on something else, then you're not doing the right thing, and that's why they could be, malefic. However, if you are questioning yourself, that means that you are taking the energy that's there and you are listening to it. Once again, not a time to make big decisions, but it's a good time to listen to it. So you might be feeling lost, asking yourself, are you doing the right thing? Good. Go down that path. Question yourself and question what your situations you're in. Your confidence might be tested because you might not feel like you're in the right path. You might feel like you haven't figured out where you fit in this world, and so you might feel a little lackluster. So your confidence might be down. So this is a time to reflect, but don't act. Just reflect on right now. Dream. This is a time to dream, not make decisions. This is a good time also with Neptune, which is all about, dreams and illusions and, the fog, which would cause, murkiness or cloudiness. It's important to write down your dreams, because you might not have a clear vision on what they mean now, but you will, or you could in the future. And avoid avoidance. Avoid avoidance through negative outlets like drinking too much. I know it's the holiday season, but if you could take a little break right now, especially with all being locked away, it's best not to escape through means that are going to have even more of a clouding effect on you. So drinking, anything that sedates you too much or causes too much of an altered state is just going to add to confusion. So it's better to, get back to those inspirational activities. So, this is a good time for esoteric arts. Say you are wanting to get more into Reiki. This is a good time to practice that. This is a good time if you're an artist to maybe go to Michael's and get yourself some, new, art supplies or some, that maybe seem in the same field that you would say you're an artist or, a painter, and you've been painting with acrylics now. You want to move to oil paints. Great. This is a perfect time to expand your mind with new outlets and new mediums, to learn about new stuff as well. So this is a good time to use inspirational and creative activities, not stuff that's going to take you away. You want to be more centered and more focused and more productive right now than destructive or escapist. So the sun is opposite the north node and conjuncts the south node. So this could be hard. I'm actually worried about this because of my dog who's older. This could literally be saying goodbye to something or someone in a very literal way. I hope that doesn't mean it for everyone, but this can be good. If it's something that's bringing you down, then yes. If it's something that's not bringing you down and it's a big loss for you, then I'm sorry. My heart goes out to you. But we all pass on, or we all have, there's endings to so many things in our lives, and instead of looking at them as negative, it's good to just know what that now frees you up to do. That's not to be a jerky way of saying things, but it's just the way it has to be sometimes. This also could just, which I feel like is more for me right now in my path, and hopefully this is more for others as well, is this could be also just a way of saying goodbye to the old idea of self, which, can be hard. You can love your old self and love, say you were a big partier and you love being the party person, you love going out, but it just doesn't serve you anymore. So now it's time to move on, and, it's almost like breaking up with or losing a part of yourself, but it's to gain something else. So accept it, don't fight it, with everything in astrology, basically. So Mercury, let's move on to Mercury. So Mercury's in Sagittarius. So gaining knowledge and seeking knowledge and insight will help expand your worldview and help you see the bigger picture in situations. So if you're feeling lost, if you're having a lot of those questions on who am I, where am I going, start looking into things. Even if you don't know where it's going to lead, you start to have those thoughts and inspirations, which are big right now. If you get an idea, oh, I should study that, or hey, I should look into that. Just do it. You might not know now where it will lead, but it could very well lead to something big, especially if you're getting those insights now, because this is a huge download period. So take the downloads you're getting from source and go with them. Some of them might not pan out. Some of them might pan out to things that you never thought and be really good in ways that you never thought as well. So trust in the messages you're getting and you're receiving, and follow them, because they could really help you expand your life. Jupiter's huge in expansion, and Jupiter is bigger in our charts right now. So whatever you do now will expand. So if you're in negative thoughts, insecure thoughts, hostile thoughts, whatever, that will expand through the next, it could be the next 20 years, depending on how deep into it you are. Or, if you're in a spot, even if it's a negative spot, but you just try and you just are attempting, you're just looking at things from a different perspective, that will help as well. So knowledge will help expand your life. And it's also good right now to explore the ideas of freedom of speech and the ideas of freedom of thought. Mercury's in the sixth house. I don't know what that says. Oh yeah. Basically what I was saying, just look into the signs around you. Life is your teacher right now. There's going to be a lot of signs, a lot of opportunities showing up in, probably more indirect ways than you would like, but just be aware of what's going on around you and follow the paths and the doors that are opening. Don't make any huge choices or make any big actions, like I said, but if a door opens, step into it. You don't have to stay. You can always go back to the door again, but just go explore things. Mercury semi-squares Jupiter, so it's going to keep you sharp of mind and curious. However, you might have some feelings of frustration with that because of Saturn, basically. You might feel like your ideas and your beliefs are being challenged. You might feel restricted, constrained. But this is a really good time to reassess your values and your beliefs and let go of outdated ideas and beliefs. So you might feel like you're running up against a wall, and if you are, think about maybe why, and maybe it's time to make some changes. You know, it also could just be you're running up against a wall and you don't need to make any big changes, but it's a time to maybe explore what changes you do need, because if you're running up against walls, there's a possibility that you do need to make changes. You might not know where yet, but it's a good time to explore that. Okay, so Mercury opposes the ascendant. So this is communication, revolving your love life is going to be highlighted. If you're single, you might meet someone new that intrigues you. Couples should spend time reconnecting. You know, this is a good time for creativity, board games, puzzles, things where you could bond together in a happy, healthy way. You know, maybe cooking together. That brings communication and teamwork, not negative competition though. Business partnerships and contracts are also going to be highlighted or featured. And this is one thing to just listen to people. Don't make any big choices now as well, but just hear people out. You never know where it could lead you. And right now it could be in a very good way, but only if you are prudent with your choices. It's important to keep lines of communication open and healthy, because that's what I'm saying. You never know what's going to happen. Like, so many things are going to be presenting themselves right now. Some might not be good, and it might be hard to see because of Neptune. Others are going to be amazing. Might be hard to see now because of Neptune, but it's important just to hear them all out with an open ear and not have any judgments on anything, because we're in for some big surprises right now. Huge surprises. Even I don't know. I have some things on the horizon that I feel like are going places, a couple of them, and who knows which one it will be, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to listen to it. I'm not going to say anything, too, I guess what that would say, anything too certain about anything or agree to anything too certain, but I'm definitely listening. Consider all options. So now let's move on to Venus, which is in the sixth house. What does it mean, sixth house? So this is also going to feature the importance of healthy living, day spas, massages. Obviously, keep things healthy and safe with COVID. Maybe going on runs, walks, hikes, hanging out in bed with your partner, just loving life, just indulging, but in like a healthy, positive way. And, avoid the alcohol and all that, anything like that. But just trying to do things that really feature a positive idea of the healthy body. And also, if you have pets, this is a great time to focus on pets and kids. Then Venus sextiles Pluto. So this is opportunities for a positive, long-lasting relationships. So keep an eye out for that. And you're really important right now to be focused on your intuition and your powers of, which can increase your powers of love and compassion. So just really keep your intuition out there. Venus squares the midheaven. So this will have a big focus on your relationships and your money, which is always good. That's what I'm focusing right now, is money. I want money. I know people think that's bad, but money opens up opportunities. And I'm a very giving person, so I am very charitable. So it's not a bad thing if you don't think it's a bad thing, you don't treat it badly. Power is what's bad. And if you are trying to get money for power, no, that's not good. If you're trying to get money for life and adventure and happiness and joy and sharing and community and all that, then money's dope. Okay, anyway. This is a great time to seek more pleasure from life, to restore and fix any tensions that are related to your career. So that doesn't mean that just at your work. That could be any sort of tensions on your home life. Maybe you spend too much time away from your kids working. Maybe you have commute too far. Maybe there's just whatever conflicts you have that are coming from work. It's important to figure out where those are coming from and can they be resolved. Like I said, don't make any decisions, but right now it's important just to focus on all aspects of life. And then any conflicts, right now, it would be a good time to move on from them, or consider, I guess maybe not a time to move on from them, consider the options on how to fix them, if there's options to fix them. If there's not, then don't fight it, but right now, we're moving into different ways of working in our lifestyle and our home lives and how those are going to be affected from COVID and post-COVID. So it's important to just really figure out how you can adjust your life to keep you the happiest. Build a couple plans and just talk about them with people in your life that you trust, but don't jump into anything big yet. Okay, so Mars is in the 11th house. We're moving on to Mars. This is time to, it's going to focus on friendships and groups and your desires on what you want to get from them. So once more, we're just going in what we want out of life. And right now, this will help us figure out what we want from our friendships and our groups and how we can have the healthiest relationship to the groups we're in. If we're in groups that are gossiping and that's not our path anymore, maybe it's time to move on. Consider it. Maybe don't leave them yet. Don't have a friend break up yet, but consider it. Because if you break up with them and just walk away, you might not know that some of them also want to stop the gossiping, or the whole group wants to stop gossiping, and you could all change together. So don't make any big choices again, but that's a good thing to listen to. And also leadership is big. Become a leader. That will help. Like I said, that can help. You want to lead. You want to change your friends, the way you and your friends act as a group. Maybe you're the one that has to start that, and you never know where that could lead to. Mars sextiles the North Node and trines the South Node. So this is a good time to listen to messages from Source and other people in authority. So I'm going to go, as we reach the more outer planets, I'm probably going to go a little bit faster through them because it's a lot of repeats, or a lot of the energies repeat. So we are now at, oh my goodness, you guys, Jupiter. So Jupiter's in the 9th house. So Jupiter is all about expansion and making things bigger. So what we do now, what we focus on, what we put our energy in is going to get bigger. So try to focus on the positive ways out of situations that might feel negative instead of focusing on how we're stuck. Try to focus on positive relationships and fixing them, focusing on what you have that's abundant in life. You might not be abundant in money, like physical money, but you might have other things around you that are abundant. So, put notes on things, just showing you what you have. Count your blessings, literally. And that will help you to feel happy, feel positive, and that will just only expand and get bigger as well. So, in wherever Jupiter is placed in your chart, this is a huge time where that area will be expanded a lot. Search for knowledge, increase, your positive events in your life, increase the positive attitude in life, increase the positive energy and curiosity in your life. You might see doors opening to teach, to learn, to study, to travel abroad, to learn about different cultures. Listen to those, step through them. Anything that's knowledge-based is probably going to be good. It's not going to hurt you to expand your mind as long as you're expanding it in the right way and with the right teachings and positive teachings. Just don't make any of the actions right now, but this is a great time for reflection. And also for being lighthearted and acceptance. Because as we start to think about things, if we have all this negativity in our mind or preconceived notions, whatever we start to learn about, we're going to put a negative filter on. So really just, take a chill pill and explore. I love Ancient Aliens. If you haven't watched that show, I say start that show. It's fantastic. This is a great time for, if you've been doing a lot of hard work this year, as a lot of us have been, you're going to start seeing the benefits from that. This is also a good time to plant seeds for future harvests. So, seeds of, ideas and not big changes. You might see changes from the past coming in, which is good. And it's also time to start preparing for the future, not making changes right now, but just planting those seeds, in different fields. And which field's going to grow, go to that field. But don't just pick one field yet. Pick a lot of fields. Plant seeds in all of them, and you'll see which one will benefit the most in due time. Now, the benefits that you might see now from past work could be in promotions, recognition at work, travel opportunities, study opportunities. Yeah, I love it. It's a great energy. Jupiter's my favorite planet, so yay, Jupiter. And Saturn is a planet that rules a lot. I'm triple Capricorn, so I have a lot of Saturn in my chart. And let's move to Saturn now. So Saturn's in the 9th house. It's a very slow-moving planet, so things are still moving slowly, especially in the area that Saturn's in your chart, your birth chart. So right now, once again, since we have all the slow-moving energy and we shouldn't be making big decisions, it's another time to have a lot of reflection, especially on our work life and our daily schedule and our routines. It's a good time to seek our meaning and purpose, assess our values, we might feel frustrated or constricted still, and that's okay. Just allow yourself to see where you can grow, and you will, have the ability, because soon when Saturn moves out of Capricorn and into Aquarius on the 21st, we're going to have a lot more movement and a lot less restrictions. So it's now time just to realize that, hey, it's going to free up soon. So just focus on the things you can. Don't let it weigh you down or make you feel more constricted. Let it just know that it's just giving you guidelines so that when we are in an air sign, we don't fly off too far. Saturn's going to be like, here, just now it's a good time to like braid the rope that's going to hold us up in the sky as we float around like a balloon, living in an air sign for the next rest of our life, basically. So, yeah. Prepare yourself, I guess. Okay. So Saturn also semi-squares the ascendant, which might bring problems in expressing true self. We might take on too many responsibilities. This might highlight the obstacles in our path or the feeling of stuckness. What I say for this energy is try to focus on what the positives are and do not quit before the miracle. This might be those times that we just want to throw up our hands. We see that right now with people wanting to not wear masks anymore with COVID, people not wanting to follow the rules. That's just one example of it. There might be other ideas that we feel stuck with our career, stuck with new ideas, stuck with friendships, relationships, whatever. Contemplate them, but do not quit or give up yet. Okay? In AA and NA, they say don't quit before the miracle. This is a perfect time to implement that in your life. Do not quit now. I cannot I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, so we're now to Uranus. We're almost done, you guys. I'm almost done, I promise. Woo, these are long, and they will be long every day. But I feel like it's important. I'm not going to just like give you the general energies for today. We're going to talk about some snoop here. I'm going to say the SH word with a more negative ending, but children are here as well. So, yes. So Uranus, it's in the 12th house. Accept change. Uranus is all about change. It's radical. It's freedom. With change, it could be, there could be some downsides because it can be loss, and some people just don't like change in general. So embrace change, because it can lead to a lot of freedom right now. And the change that will lead to freedom is by breaking free from past patterns that are not self-serving any longer, or not serving to self or the collective. They are more harmful than positive. It's time to increase joyful interactions. Yeah. Also, intuition's big right now. I've been saying that. More intuition stuff, you guys. Get intuitive. Get intuitive. Oh my god, I missed all this Venus stuff. I'm going to say it too right now. I had to go back. I missed some pages originally, so I had to go back and forth. When I was writing, I skipped over 2 pages, and I didn't want to miss those pages, so then I said, see page 2. But I went to page 2 before I was done. So let's go Venus real fast, real quick. Positive, loving relationships right now can exist. They're out there. Look for them. Intuition's big. That's from sextile Pluto. Venus squares the midheaven. So more relationships, seeking more pleasure. Yeah. Basically, you just want to make adjustments in your life to increase positivity. This is all about positivity, love, and moving forward in that sense. Mars is in the 11th house. Sorry, and then I had 2 more on the Mars. Time to pursue desires and friendships and groups. Did I already do this? Maybe I already did that. Oh well. Anyway, I might just cut this whole part out, probably. No, I'll probably keep it. I don't really care. Who knows how many people are going to see this? It's my first video, and we all make mistakes. You're still getting the message, so listen to the message. It doesn't really matter, I guess, what order it's in, unless you're like trying to learn astrology. And so don't learn from this one. Just hear the message in this one and learn astrology from my other videos. Okay, so Neptune is in the 10th house. So we're searching for meaning in life. We might be asking ourselves, do I work for money, or am I in it for my real passion? That's going to be big for us in the coming years. Doing what we love, not what we have to do, and doing what we love will bring us the abundance. We fear that it won't. Trust that it will. Trust in source. A lot of people are saying, I don't think I can make money as an artist, or I don't think I can make money as an actor. I don't can make money as a, whatever you want to do in your life. but things are changing, and you might be surprised what can make money. So do what you love, not what you feel you need to do for, your ego. So Neptune could bring feelings of. Did I say earlier Uranus was about confusion? And it's all about Neptune. I think I hope that we said it was Neptune about like the water and the murkiness. Anyway, so there's the feelings of confusion and disillusion. This is important, as I said earlier. Don't give up before the miracle. Neptune with that confusion is from, it can be foggy, it can be murky waters, as they say. But there is also a thing called clear waters, and fog clears. So give it time for the fog to clear, and you will get the messages you need. But right now it might seem a little bit like confusing, and I'm sorry for that. It just is. Yeah, don't give up. Neptune squares the north node and the south node. So confusion of purpose. We want to be seeking more information on, why we want to get out of that confusion. So we might be seeking a lot more information, which is good. Yeah. And lastly, Pluto. Thank you guys for being so patient. These will be more organized, I promise you, in the future. This is my first one, so I'm just like getting it out there. I just feel like it's sometimes, even if you're not perfect, it's still good to put the work out. And do test runs and post them on YouTube. And who cares if you look like a goon? Eventually you look like a great, and it's good. And then people will say, oh my God, look how much they've grown. I can do that too. And not just like, oh, this person was perfect all the whole time. That's not how life is. So look at my imperfections, people. But the last one, this is my last little bloop, this big. Okay, so Pluto is in the 8th house. So we must be authentic to self. See, I wrote this down earlier, but I kind of forgot, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. We must be our authentic self. I could go and edit this whole video and look like, oh, look how professional he is. But you know what? I'm going to show the coughing dog. I don't care that I walked off a few times. I will improve. I'll listen to your guys' comments because I know you're going to like, comment, share, subscribe. But I'm not going to get too worried about how the little details right now until I start getting paid a lot of money from YouTube or from whoever wants to pick me up as a professional video astrologer. I'm going to just be my goofy self. But when I do professional videos for people that are paying me, yes, I will have it more cut and clean and less distracting. But you're in my channel, biatch. Oh, sorry, children. Okay, so Pluto in the 8th house. Authentic self, open to changes. And you might want to unite with, and have a desire to unite with others right now. We can't unite with others. That sucks. We can online. We can through other ways. Get on that, New Horizons game. What's it called? I always forget the name of it. Animal Crossing. Visit your friends' groups. Create a community together on Minecraft. Play on teams on Overwatch. Go for walks 6 feet apart from each other. There's ways to unite in groups. Start your own book club, online book club, and have fun with life, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. Come back tomorrow for our December 10th. I hope I say that. This is for December 9th. Tomorrow, come back for December 10th. And we will be doing this every day. And I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Love each other. Love yourself. Love the confusion, because the confusion we have right now and the feelings of stuckness are only inspiring and motivating us to find what we really love in life, like I'm finding now with astrology. So I am Nick. I am your professional astrologer, and you're welcome to join my channel every day. All right, I'm being goofy now. Have a wonderful day. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Mwah. Besos, 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 and goodbye.